everyone, welcome back to another SUPboarder overview review video. This time we're going to be looking at the brand new dry suit from Palm, the Fuse. This is a very different looking and feeling dry suit from the previous dry suits in its fit and the materials used. It's a great addition to the Palm dry suit range and it is very well suited to SUP. In this video, I'm going to highlight all the design features and why this is such a good dry suit for SUP, and give you a good understanding of if this product is right for you. Now, Palm started looking at this dry suit back in 2022, and in fact, they actually contacted us to give our feedback on dry suits because we have used a lot of dry suits in the past, we've used a lot of their dry suits in the past, and they wanted to know what we were looking for in the perfect SUP dry suit. So there's a few things on this dry suit that are very different from other suits on the market and do make it very good for SUP. So I'm going to jump into those in a minute, but first let's talk about some of the main information about this dry suit. So this is a full one-piece dry suit with inbuilt socks. It retails at £650 and it's available in a wide range of sizes from small to double XL. It comes in a men's and a ladies option, one colorway, navy and mid blue. The weights of the dry suits, the men's is 1,400 grams and the ladies is 1,145 grams. The material itself, it's 94% polyurethane coated nylon and 6% elastane. Now, Palm have got a lot of interesting and innovative fabrics across their whole of their range. They call this fabric the actual XP 4-layer fabric. It's incredibly breathable and waterproof. This one, opposed to sort of previous dry suits, is relatively lightweight, and the big one is it has a two-way stretch to it. So it's the only dry suit we've ever used that has a stretchy based material. This very soft and supple fabric with its two-way stretch does make it very easy to paddle in and the ideal thing you want for paddling. Definitely some of the previous dry suits in the past, they're a much stiffer base fabric, much noisier base fabric. And when it comes to paddling, especially longer distances in those suits, they can get a bit harder to paddle in and also get a bit annoying with the amount of noise they can produce as well. The actual cut of this suit is very different to more generic kayaking, canoeing style suits. Those suits are much baggier in the legs. They're designed for you to be comfortable when you're sitting down or in a boat. With a SUP, you're obviously standing up, so we need a much more athletic fit. So this is a much nicer fit around the body. The legs are much thinner, definitely a way more tailored fit. I know if a dry suit's functional, it works well, it doesn't really matter what it looks like on a paddleboard, but at the same time, you do feel more comfortable in it because you know you don't look so much like you're paddling in a boiler suit. There's still plenty of room to layer up under this suit, whether using a sort of Sangpo base layer, and also because it's very supple and soft material, I find that when you wear a buoyancy aid on top of it, it's definitely less constrictive than the more traditional based dry suits. Having an adjustable clip or buckle around your waist is nice so you can tighten up the dry suit. Again, make it feel a little bit more tailored to you. Also then, if you're wearing a quick release waist belt, it's much better fitted to you. Both the ladies and the men's have the same entry, the YKK big zip across the front. The zip itself is a very heavy duty zip, but it doesn't feel as restrictive as other dry suits we've used in the past. It's a large entry, so it's very easy to get in. Around the wrist seals, you've got latex and neoprene wrist seals. So the outer layer is neoprene and there's an inner latex seal. That's nice for a couple of reasons. One is it keeps the elements and the potential like brambles or things cutting your latex seal inside because that neoprene is covering it. Also, I found that when you take your dry suit off, having the layer of neoprene, which is then close to your skin as you fold the dry suit off, makes the dry suit come off very easily. Up around the neck seal, instead of a latex seal that you would have on some other more traditional based dry suits, you have the ultra stretch neoprene gasket. And obviously no water gets in there at all. It's quite a tight fitting gasket around your neck, but it's the sort of thing you very quickly get used to having on. And you do want that tight seal around your neck and wrists, of course. Down by your feet, completely inbuilt double tape socks. So from your neck to your toes, you are 100% waterproof. With your feet, obviously you can decide to wear some sort of base layer socks, a Sangpo sock, even some normal base socks, and then you can opt for a water shoe or a neoprene boot over the top of that sock. It's very important you do wear a shoe or a boot on top of that inbuilt sock, because that inbuilt sock obviously won't take that much wear if you can be walking up and down the beach with it. One thing you get on this dry suit, which is very different to other dry suits, is the storm hood that's fitted on this dry suit. Now, other dry suits have hoods, but this is, again, the supple, the lightweight material. It's very tailored to you. You have a drawstring at the back, drawstrings at the sides, so you can make it fit really well. It fits over helmets, it fits over hats, and it's also got a nice sort of fleecy collar that you can overlap to give yourself a nice, warm, cozy feel. But the best thing about this hood is you can actually take it off as well. There's going to be certain times you're going to be using your dry suit and falling in a lot, and you don't actually need that hood for, you know, extra warmth, extra protection of your head. Maybe you want to do some race buoy training, maybe you want to do some winging, you want to take that hood off. So you can just unzip that very quickly, a very simple but really effective thing that they've done on this dry suit, allowing you to remove that hood. Other features, there's a few pockets that you can store your keys, your phone in. They're splash-proof pockets, they're not waterproof pockets. So again, if you're going to be falling in the water lots and you want to take a phone, you're going to want to put your phone in a little phone dry case. The men's and the ladies both have the pockets up at the chest panel, but the men have an extra pocket on their thigh as well. Looking at what other differences are for the ladies and the men's suit, the ladies has a more of a female cut, and there is an extra relief zip going across their lower back area, and it's the same style zip as the main zip itself. So what could you be using this new Fusion suit for? Well, obviously, you've guessed it, you want to stay warm, you want to stay dry, which is why you're watching this video in the first place. This is an ideal suit to stay toasty and warm no matter how cold the water gets. As I said before, you can get a good amount of base layers underneath the suit to make sure you stay warm enough. Like with any dry suit, you've got a great windproof layer, which is going to keep you so much warmer if you do fall in the water. Now, what you could use this dry suit for. Now, Palm are actually advertising this as an adventure suit. So you could use this for canoeing and kayaking as well. Definitely you're going to be using it for SUP. The real SUP disciplines that are going to work very well with this: SUP touring, SUP exploring, SUP fitness paddling, light fitness paddling. Obviously you don't want to be working up too much of a sweat with this suit. But saying that, you could also take it elements race training in the middle of the winter. Maybe you wanted to try step back turns, buoy turns, stuff where you're going to be getting in the water a lot more. Then you will be able to regulate your body temperature quite a bit. I had quite a few fun sessions out there, just step back turns, playing around the board. If you're getting in and out of the water a lot, the Fuse is a super dry suit for that. Because it's so supple and easy to wear, it's very forgiving to get you in and out of the water, and it's not restrictive at all. But saying that doesn't mean you have to be getting in the water all the time to appreciate this. Tourers, long distance paddlers, if you're going to be paddling in the colder climates, keeping that wind, that rain, the horrible conditions off, wearing the Fuse is a very comfortable and enjoyable way of going paddling when the weather is far from ideal. If you haven't even worn a dry suit before stand-up paddleboarding, it is an amazing feeling because you are doing something you love and it doesn't matter what the weather throws at you. You have this completely toasty cocooned layer which is keeping you warm and dry and allowing you to enjoy the sport you want to do when the weather is really not on your side. Also, what's nice is the confidence you get when paddling with a dry suit. You might not even go in the water, but the fact you know that you could go in the water and it doesn't matter gives you so much more confidence to try different things and just enjoy that session again. It just changes the whole feel of your paddling experience. And when you paddle in a suit that really works well for stand-up paddleboarding, there is very little downsides to using a dry suit at all. Possibly the only downside really is if you want to do a sort of more aggressive race training where you're not going to be getting in the water, you are going to find you are going to get warmer underneath the dry suit. It is a breathable dry suit that's going to try and wick and keep your temperature regulated as much as it can, but obviously with race training you could be doing a lot of cardio, getting a lot of sweat that's going to have to coming through those layers. For those of you who are wondering, can I surf in a dry suit? In general, it's not a done thing, but I have done it in the past. Definitely check out the Palm video where I have surfed in their dry suit, trying to get water in the suit, trying to make the suit fail, and it did not Big tip is obviously you've got to get all the air out of your dry suit, which you have got to do anyway before you go paddling. In the past, I would have said maybe the dry suits are a little bit restrictive because they're quite stiff and hard to use. But this new dry suit is a lot more flexible, a lot more supple. So I'm still going to say generally people don't need to surf in a dry suit, but if they carry on making dry suits like this, as supple as this and more, maybe the opinion on surfing in a dry suit will change into the future. Now Palm have got a lot of other dry suits in the range as well. They have a sort of lighter dry suit in the Rogan, and they have got full-on more sort of white water dedicated dry suits in the Cascade Atom and Bora. But I would still pick this dry suit over those dry suits for any stand-up paddling discipline. And also you could even use this dry suit, I think, for winging as well. A bit more information about Palm and the environmental stuff they look at, because that is a big part of Palm. This is completely PFAS free, so there's less harmful chemicals going into the environment by making this suit. The packaging it comes with is just a cardboard box. There's no plastic at all. The instructions are printed on the box as well. Palm have got a great warranty and repair service. If you do damage your suit, you get a 2-year warranty on anything on the suit, and you also can get a continued repair service at Palm as well with any parts of your suit that can be replaced. There's also a full price list on there which tells you exactly how much it would be to replace and get certain parts mended. So Palm are very into making sure you keep a product going as long as possible, because obviously that is the best thing for our environment overall. So in summary, the Palm Fuse Adventure dry suit. Now Palm don't say it's specifically designed for SUP, but I would say it is the best suited dry suit we've ever used for stand-up paddleboarding. Very supple, very quiet to paddle, nice and lightweight, and obviously keeps you 100% dry. It's a great unbulky fit that looks much better when you're stand-up paddleboarding than more traditional dry suits. There's lots of room under the suit, still wear good layers to keep you toasty and warm. The simple things like the adjustable waist belt and the removable hood work really well. So definitely it is an ideal dry suit for SUP, but potentially there's a lot of other water sports which are going to use this suit as well. Yes, it is £650, which is top end money. You're going to be looking at about £400, £450 for a top end wetsuit. But I do think this is an item of clothing that is going to allow you to paddle all year round. All year round. Definitely if you're in a colder climate like us in Europe, you need to stay warm when you're out paddling in the winter. And not only that, it's going to give you way more confidence to carry on progressing through the winter as well, which I'm always up for. I love progressing, I love improving as a paddler, and wearing this type of garment is going to allow you to do that all year round. Palm have got some more Fuse type items of clothing coming out in 2025. There's going to be some separates, which are trousers and a jacket. There'll be another colorway as well, so definitely look out for those. And also if you want to know more about those products or know about more other Palm gear, let us know in the comments below and we'll try and get hold of them and do some reviews and videos for you as well. For more information about Palm, check out their website. Also check out our previous SUPboarder videos that we've done on Palm. And any questions and comments, as always, let us know. I hope you found this video interesting and informative, and it's given you a good idea if the new Palm Fuse dry suit is the suit you need to keep yourself toasty over this winter. My name's Ruben, thank you very much, and we'll see you on another SUPboarder video soon.